Okay, great. Call the meeting to order by saying the pledge of allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the regular county commission meeting, July 22nd, 2025. Just a reminder, our meeting is live on YouTube, so please indicate if you'd like to speak so we can run an orderly meeting. I'm going to begin with additions to the agenda. Danny.
Okay.
Amy. Betty. Paul.
Nothing.
Seems like you have something.
That's what you were thinking.
Yeah. Ernie.
Nothing.
Christina? No. Okay, myself, nothing. We might be able to keep this on track today.
Excuse me, my name's Tim Lamb, I'm just here to present or serve the commission with a petition. And I'll be on my way after I do that.
Can we just wait for employee time so we can get through our first couple orders of business here? It'll just take about 5 minutes.
Oh, 5 minutes,
Yes.
no problem. Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you. Thank you. All right, with there being no additions to the agenda, the regular meeting minutes from July 1st and the special meeting minutes from July 8th and the preliminary budget hearing minutes from July 8th were all presented to the commissioners along with the monthly bills. Do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay. Any discussion, any additions or corrections? Hearing none. All in favor, say aye to approve the minutes or to approve the consent agenda. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Okay, motion carried. Okay, we're going to go ahead and move on with employee time, and Mr. Lamb, I will call on you then.
Thank you, ma'am. Again, my name's Tim Lamb, I'm an attorney. I represent some taxpayers here in Walsh County. And I'm just here to present a petition that is gonna be filed in the Supreme Court today.
Did you say Supreme Court?
Yes. And the reason, you have one. Right.
Yes, the office has one, thank you.
Yeah, the North Dakota Supreme Court has jurisdiction for writ of mandamus. And because of the circumstances in this situation, my clients felt that that was the best place to go to. Right off the bat, because eventually you'll probably get there anyway. But having said that, if you have any questions, I'll be on my way. I understand you have an executive session discussing this today, so, or something to this effect.
Okay. All right, I guess, anyone have any questions? Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Mhm.
Thank you for the time.
Have a good day. All right, anyone else here for employment? Leslie, yes.
Name's Leslie Rubino. I work for NBSU Extension. I'm the East District Director and I supervise the extension agent in the county office. And I'm here twofold. One is to let you guys know a deep appreciation for all the work you guys have done to support the 4-H program, whether it's through our county budget, through the fair, or through Arena Commission, all the in-kind contributions, right, to provide up there. It's been wonderful for many years. Over the weekend, there was a miscommunication that occurred and between 4-H, the extension office, and it was about 2026 budgets. And I think some of you are aware of this through some private conversation prior to this. It got on social media, and on social media, it escalated, and it escalated very poorly, and brought flames to a conflict. And I'm here to say that I'm sorry about the that some hurt feelings that are in the room today. I've had a small conversations about that. It wasn't something that we thought was going to happen, but social media did, and it did happen, and I have to acknowledge that in the actions that were done. And that, that includes pieces here. I had a conversation with a couple of people individually about this, and it's something I would like to continue to resolve with those individuals. I've heard a few more pieces of people that I perhaps need to have a visit with to bring everyone back together, because what I'm hearing is everyone really supports 4-H. Everyone does. And we've got a lot of passion out in the county for the 153 4-Hers that we have and the 31 leaders. And it was a miscommunication plus passion and plus social media. It wasn't a good situation that happened over this weekend, and I just wanna acknowledge that and apologize for our part in it that has occurred. I did, a lot of you know me, I do have a couple business cards if you want, they gave you one. Ernie, I think you have mine, I should give you one. But if you do wanna talk about it, privately, or have anything you want to, talk about the open meeting, I'm here for that. But I just wanna let you know that we wanna resolve this with you guys. And we also want to provide a message out there that the commission is supportive. There was a message that went out over email on Sunday night to the 4-H leaders about the miscommunication, and that you are all very supportive of the work that 4-H does. I think they may have some plans to have a couple 4-Hers come to a meeting just to give you a little return on your investment piece and see what they're doing. And I'm representing my group. My group is out at the state fair right now, working on a life skills contest where kids learn how to prioritize purchases, which will direct right into their adult life for the rest of their lives. So good luck to Walsh County today.
Absolutely.
With that, I will quit and.
Okay, does anyone have any?
Yeah.
Dinner?
I'd like to thank Leslie for coming. We've been chatting on this, and part of this is my fault. I talked to Katie about it, and I said, we need to educate the commission and the rest of the county on the importance of 4-H. And it just got blown out of proportion on Facebook. Some of the things that were posted shouldn't have been posted. It was just a total miscommunication. And I'm willing to accept that responsibility too, because I directed Katie to get the 4-H involved. And I talked to her about it, and we thought it would be a good lesson in civic involvement to get the 4-H kids involved in the process. And trouble with social media, the whole thing just got blown out, way out of proportion.
I guess I've been here the longest out of everybody, and ever since I've been on this board, everybody's been very supportive of the 4-H. And I guess I think we still are, and I don't wanna see a change. It's a very valuable asset in our community, these kids. And I just wanna state that I think this board is very supportive and will be in the future also. So I think you can count on this board.
I guess I would just like to say I was called out directly on social media. It came as a shock. I've always fully supported 4-H. My daughter was a member of the 4-H club. I have, like I said, when I was called out, I said, I have no idea where this is stemming from, but I fully support 4-H, would never cut the funding to it. So it was disheartening. It was very disheartening when I saw the letter that was put out by our staff. And that's where it started, was with that letter. And then it was posted to social media. So, yeah, it was disheartening, but I hope that everyone can learn from their mistakes and we can move on. Well, Amy.
I also was called out personally on social media and have had some good conversations with a couple of leaders within the program to be able to clarify, I was in 4-H. I attend the fair, so how that turned to all of a sudden there was discussion in comparison to other political subs and. My point was the value, right? Like there's value in all of these programs and how that became, we're gonna cut is. I'm not sure how that grew legs, but I was clear on social media with Leslie, with others that. Our youth are our future and I will never not support that when it comes to the program. So hopefully that is the message that now is going forward.
Yeah, I appreciate your guys' investment in youth and also the ability to talk about this complex. It's kind of icky to talk about in public meeting. But, truly, I want to acknowledge that. I know together we can work hard together to invest in those kids' futures and it pays off for the adults that stay in our county here.
Absolutely.
So, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it. You guys have a big agenda, so let you get on and do it.
Thank you, Leslie. Appreciate you coming. Okay, is anyone else here for employee time? JR?
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
Good, and you?
I'm good. I just wanted to come down and formally thank all of you, and I know that most of you, I think everybody knows that I put in my formal resignation a while back. And I haven't had a chance to come down and just say how much I appreciate everything that you all have done for me and my family throughout the years here, and I just wanted to put that on the record and say thank you to everybody, and it's tough to leave. It's sad to leave, but that's what we had to do, so I do appreciate it, and yeah. I don't know if you had any questions for me for it because of
Well,
anything, but
I'm just gonna say right off the bat, JR, we're very sad to see you go. You've been such an asset to Walsh County and we thank you for everything that you have done. But I also understand there are other opportunities out there. And it's tough to turn those down sometimes, so we're going to miss you, but thank you. Thank you very much for the years you did. 8 years, correct?
yeah, well, that'd be 8 years in October, so
Yeah, you're gonna leave big shoes to fill.
thank you.
Good
Good
luck, JR.
Thank you.
Best of luck, thank you. Oh, can I ask, when is your last day?
It's Thursday,
Thursday.
this Thursday,
Oh, soon, okay.
very soon. So,
Yeah, well, good luck, hopefully see you around still.
yes, I'll be around, we're not going anywhere, we're staying down here, so.
Good, good,
Thank you guys.
thank you.
I heard about it.
Oh. Well, that was a little shocker then.
Yeah,
What's that?
I said, that's the first I heard about it. I don't know, did he mention it in the meeting or where am I been?
He said that's the first he heard about
That
it.
he was leaving.
Yeah.
Maybe waterboard too much.
Well, maybe I was gone or something. I thought
No,
it said-
no, it was,
it's a
I don't
surprise to
think
me.
it, I don't think it
It
was
was
brought up
after
at
the
the
last
meeting.
meeting that he resigned. It was after the last meeting that.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm not waiting anything, I'm just.
No.
Yeah,
No, yeah.
He had called me about another issue and.
Okay.
And he mentioned it to me, I guess I didn't send anything out. Yeah, it's a big
sad,
loss.
but the best of luck to him.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, anyone else here for employee time? That's the most employee time we've had in a long time. Okay. Yes, absolutely. Okay, Jason, we'll go ahead and start with you.
Morning.
Morning, Jason.
First thing I'd like to start out with this morning is our we have a motor grader that is coming up on its hours in time for replacement. With that, I've spoken with Jared and Dan from RDO behind. There is a state contract through Sourcewell in Minnesota for a state bid that we could go through to get the same motor graders that we had bought the last bid amount. So I was just looking for the commission's authorization to work with them to purchase a new motor grader through the state bid process instead of our regular bid that we've done in the past. The prices gave me 100% comparable to the last one. I don't want to give out numbers though until in case you guys decide you want to go full bid because it doesn't do RDO any favors. So I want to bring that one up to you.
We save money. Right?
Going this way?
Oh, yeah, I think so, wouldn't we?
Saves us time for sure.
Yeah.
So,
I guess we'll have to see the other bids, but
well, if there's if you do the other way, there's bids, but from the numbers that I have, it's very comparable to
For last year.
to last year's. So, like I said, I don't wanna give, or 2 years ago, I don't wanna give numbers out, because it'll do disservice to RDO for the numbers they put together. So.
Okay, so I'm just gonna be honest, I'm a little confused here. Usually we go out on bid, right?
Yep.
We go out on bids. So you're saying we would do like a state contract now, we would not go out on bids, we would just do a state contract
Yes.
without knowing the dollar amount? That's kind of difficult.
Well,
How do we approve something like that?
yeah. Well, I
I just wanna make sure I understand this.
yeah, to me, it's the state contract, so it's just like buying the pickups, when we buy pickups off the state contract. Or any other equipment off of the state contracts where we do it, if the number is set, it's there. And we come and talk to you about it, I want to get permission to go that route. It's come off of what we had been doing in the past, where we put up formal bids to everything and go through.
Paul,
So when you say state contract, do you mean that the state has taken bids for these various pieces of equipment and we're just jumping in on that bid?
Yes.
That's what you're saying?
Yep.
So it has been bid out at some point?
Yes.
We're just glomming on to that state contract?
Yes.
And usually we save money by doing it. Usually.
Okay.
And-
But I can tell you the purchase price with the state contract, from the actual price of the equipment to what your discount from the state contract is significant.
And we haven't done this in the past, it just wasn't the way it was done, or?
Just wasn't, the last time we did, there wasn't any contracts available to do this, so.
remind me who our last contracts were with for the motor grader and the payloader?
We bought them through RDO, they got the last contracts, so.
Okay, Denny,
Well, if I might add, RDO wasn't the whole bid on the last time we bid.
You know, the last time RDO was $10,000 more, but offered a premium circle, which creates less maintenance, which we've proven to be true since we've taken them on. And RDO was also putting into their bid, a $5,000 filter that Cat did. So. That,
It would have been more expensive to go with Cat with all the maintenance. That's why we accepted the RDO one.
and we've been happy with our RDO
Yep.
contract?
so
Okay,
the machines have been 100% worth, they have no downtime really for anything particular or anything like that, so.
and this is for one grader and one payloader?
No,
You've
The
got one
payloader-
grader and payloader
Yeah.
on here.
the payloader is just, I didn't forget to talk about how I got struck by lightning.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, we gotta.
Last time we told you no more bad news.
You know I don't do that, so.
The good news is it was as bad as they thought, right? Unless you changed it yesterday.
Hopefully, so. Well, they're still working on that, but if you have questions about the state contract, Jared and Dan are here with RDO, if they can talk about it, if you have questions for them on that portion. But
Does anyone have questions?
Could you briefly explain that process, the contract process, what the state?
So we have an RDO representative, Jesse Miller, that works directly with John Deere. And then they put a pricing structure together and they submit it to the state of Minnesota and Sourcewell. There's two different buying contracts. And then they agree on a set discount pricing structure. And then that contract is valid for, we'll call it a 12-month period. And it is approved by Deere, and then the two contract providers.
Denny,
But Cat had bid the same option to bid on these two, or?
I have not seen a state bid from Cat, I haven't seen one out there. I haven't looked at Minnesota, North Dakota, I didn't see a Cat state bid. I only saw this from motivators.
My understanding is Butler is not allowed to use the state contract. It would only be dealers within the state of Minnesota. So. And we are located in Minnesota, so we get to pay back up.
Just personally, I don't like it. I'd like to see Butler have a bid in here.
Yes, we can get the bids and move on from there and still go with this if we wanna, right?
Yeah, I guess, to me, I don't see the difference between buying vehicles off the state bids with the sheriff's department or anybody else when they're there and buying this off of a state bid. And the state bid process has already been gone through, and the deals are done, we're just buying in off the top of those, but if that's where the commission deems I need to go.
What's the total cost on these two pieces? I mean, you're looking at $400,000, aren't we?
Well, it'd be one machine, we're only buying
The motor grader.
one motor grader. So that'll be our fourth one, so for the next few years, we'll be playing on all four. It's just the time of the rotations they are, so.
Paul,
So we have used this state bid process for other pieces of equipment.
Ron uses it, don't you?
Every time, yeah.
Yeah.
But not, I mean, those are $50,000 bids, this is what?
Yeah,
This will probably come in around 400, won't it, or more? 405? I don't remember the last one, what they cost us, I think it was over 4.
Yeah, the last ones before discounts or anything else were. Well, after the discounts and the different portions, the last ones we got were from 2024, the John Deere 772 GPs for $529,644.44.
so Jason, if we did put them out on bids and we decided not to accept either bid, then we could go the state route.
I suppose, yeah, but it's.
Yeah.
I'm betting the price we have in front of us from RDO is gonna be or that I have, is gonna be the price that they give us, so. I just don't want, if we're going out for bids, I don't wanna release the number,
Right,
because of the.
understood. Understood.
And when
Okay.
you go out for bids, I also wanna make sure that when Cat bids it this time, they bid the equipment that's comparable, so we will put it out for a spec, because the last time we bid it out. We bid a 772 and a 16M, and Cat did not bid the 16M.
Mhm.
Yeah, I remember that.
I mean, to me, if we put it out for a certain piece of equipment and they don't bid that and they bid something else, we shouldn't even have to look at the bids. I mean,
Last time we did, and we considered buying something that wasn't what we spec'd, so it wasn't where in the spec.
I'm comfortable with the state bid, it's what everybody else wants.
Motion, or are you gonna go that route, or what?
I don't know that we need a motion on this.
I just need a direction.
Just action, yeah, I don't think it's a motion item.
Mhm.
Paul, Amy, do you have any feelings either way?
I mean, for me, I feel like the state process has kind of proven itself for Ron and with his vehicles, and that might be what proves itself to be the correct route. It's just, it feels early, in this process right now, so.
We also did buy our snowplow truck off of the state bid. The last snowplow truck we just purchased this last year was off the state bid process. That wasn't one that was put out for bids with everybody else. It was right off the state bid.
And I agree with that RDO has been the better contract, even though I am a believer that the maintenance does pay for itself when you look at if we don't have that versus the coverage, so. I'm comfortable with the RDO piece, but I think we maybe need a little bit more information for this go round.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know anything like this was coming at us, to tell you the truth, so it takes a little bit of time to absorb and think through it, I guess,
I don't have any strong feelings one way or the other, I can see benefits to both. I think the state bid process is a process, I mean, there is an effort that goes into speccing these out. And then got what you want, so there's some benefit to that, you can get it quickly, and probably for the least amount of money. Likely, anyway. So I don't really have a strong feeling one way or the other, I could go either way on this one. I'm just not that familiar with it.
right. I guess my thought is. For us to just decide to go, I'm all for state bids, but for us on a purchase. This is really substantial, I mean, we're talking 50,000 versus 500,000, right?
Mhm.
Maybe we need to get it out there that we're thinking about going with state bids in the future, but for this year, we do the bids as normal with the option to still go. State bid if we choose to, so that. Other entities realize that. They need to take a good hard look at their bids, because we may be going state bid.
And the state bid on the snowplow was $250,000, so. It's a little bit more for this, but to me, the work is done for it, so. But.
We are still looking for direction.
Yeah, I'm still looking for direction. If we have direction, once I have direction, I can give numbers, but.
Well, I guess I'm gonna say I'm kind of with Denny, I think we go out for bids, we take them. If we don't like them, we can go state bid, right, we still have that option, and then from. Years on, then we know we'll just do state bid if we're happy with that, but the very first year. The very first year before we get word out on this, I feel kind of. I don't know, not right.
So the city of Grand Forks has adopted this too, as of this year.
Did they? Okay,
I guess we didn't tell anybody we were doing it with the snowplows. I mean,
we
it's,
didn't,
nope, we
okay,
just went to state bid.
Well, we're doing more and more of it as a county.
And we're gonna have a lot more equipment that we're gonna have to replace coming in years forward, so. Right now, I'm looking for, I've been talking with Nelson about a pickup on state bid. I reached out to Hanson, they can't do it, so. I'm gonna be out on state bids with that. Hanson can't use state bids, it's only the contractors that get the bid that can do it. So you look at it, it's basically Nelson or Nelson out of Grand Forks and Fargo, or Grand Forks and Fergus Falls, or there's Public and Bismarck, Mandan. Those are the only two people that have the state bids, nobody else can bid for vehicles.
and why is that?
They got the state bid.
They work at it and get a bid, yeah.
They received the state bid, they got it, and nobody else can match it or sell it. So it's just
So let me ask this, what if we had an entity that came in way under state bid? Or that doesn't happen, pretty much nobody can ever match the state bids,
I've never seen many people come underneath the state bid before, from my
Okay.
time at Parks and Recreation or buying equipment or anything else, so.
okay.
How long will it take to gather the bids?
Well, we have to give them 2 to 3 weeks, so. We have to put it in the paper and advertise it that way for 3 bids and put the spec, just take the same spec we had and put it back out there. So,
So this motor grader that get hit by lightning is still functional?
no, the
No, that's a
payloader,
Hmm?
the payloader got hit by lightning.
Payload.
It's sitting in Grand Forks, they're trying to trace out the pieces, they had to winch it onto the trailer. It would start, but it would do nothing else.
Yeah, I know, really, that electrical pulse ruins all the bearings and everything. Might get running for a while, but.
Yeah, grandma's.
Amy,
Madam Chair, so motor grader is within your budget, I mean, you would be coming
It will
this
be.
year.
Yeah.
To discuss that either way, that payloader, is that? No,
That's surprise.
I'm hoping the payloader, I'm hoping insurance will cover it and we'll get it fixed,
sure,
it's not gonna be in this budget round. So,
We were talking about purchasing trucks, are you gonna think about going state bid? Is there a state bid on trucks too?
so are we looking at a motion more so than to say we're just gonna start going state bids? Maybe that's what we need.
I'm sitting here and everything else, and I'm thinking about it, and I'll just, if it fails, it fails, I'll make a motion, we go with the state bid on this rotor grader. Just the past history, Ron's saving money and he does it on his. I'll just make a motion, we go with the state bid on the grader.
so not all across the board, just this one.
Just this grader, yep.
Have a motion, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, any further discussion? All right, I'll take roll. Paul,
Yes.
Ernie,
Yes.
Danny,
No.
Amy,
Yes.
myself, no. Motion carried.
Almost good. With that, in this carried, I can let you know the number on it. The number for, like I told you, for the 772G from the last bid was $529,644.84. This one's number after the discounts is $522,722. So it's actually, the actual machine is less than the last time we bid. So,
$7,000 less than 2 years.
Well, that's good to hear, because if you'd have said it was 50,000 more, I'd been a little upset.
Me too.
I imagine you would have, but I couldn't give numbers until I was done. So,
And I get that, but that's why it was really
Yeah.
hard to vote on that, because I don't like numbers.
With that, with our purchase on our snowplow, the chassis, our Mac chassis is sitting in Park River. Now we have to wait for Birds to get to their portion, so we can take it back to them, so we can actually use it for something. So right now, we have $142,000 paperweight sitting in the shed. Waiting.
Cause of birds. So to give you an idea of when,
4 or 5 months before we take it there for the rock box and the snowplow equipment put on. So that's there, our payloader, like I said, it got struck by lightning, it's an RDO, they had to winch it onto the trailer to take it there for it. We have one truck in Grand Forks being working on repairs right now, snowplow truck, and our end dump trailer is on its way to Burt's to have a cylinder replaced. So we can't stop it, Seward's tried a couple of different things, so that's on its way to Grand Forks where it goes involved. All our other equipment seems to be working as of right now. But that's kind of where we're at. So that's that portion, some project updates for you, the Thorson and Hinkie, the Thorson Bridge replacement is complete. The Hinkie Bridge is complete. Swanson Bridge is underway. Actually, after they took the girders off of that, the north abutment fell into the river over the weekend when no one was around, so. Thankfully, it happened over the weekend, so we got hurt or anything was damaged from that part. So that one just shows how badly that one needed to be replaced. And the Minto Bridge is underway. The Rutherford Bridge on County 6, those contractors are non-responsive and not on site. They've been supposed to be on site since the middle of June and have not shown up.
Who's the contractor?
CSI out of Minnesota. I've already been in contact with the state on it, and talked about how they do not communicate and different things. Unfortunately, we're stuck with them at this point in time. They just let KLJ know yesterday that they will start the project after Labor Day. Which is gonna mean if they start the 2nd, it'll give them 7 days to complete before they face liquidated damages, because that project was supposed to be done by August 9th, so it was ready for harvest. And now it's will take them 9 days to start it until that. Once they do that, it's starting August 9th, they're gonna be charged $1,500 a day in liquidated damages. Their road construction sign's been up for a month and a half, they've been told that they need to cover them, they've been fined $1,000 a day for that. They said that they were taking them down and covering them yesterday, I haven't got word if it actually happened or not. So. That is not a spot I wanted to be in, and not news I wanted to bring, but that's something I wanted you all to be aware of today after we got that update yesterday. So I'm not impressed. We caught reaching out to the state to get on it today, asking about this contractor and seeing if they can be eliminated from any of our bids in the future. This isn't acceptable. So a month ago, they were already calling us, asking us to drop our liquidated damages because it rained too much. Well, everyone here knows we've been in a drought. So,
I'm sure, is this the first time we've worked with them, Jason?
yes, yes,
In the last,
hopefully.
hopefully last.
well, statements together.
From what I understand, it's not under, it's not new from this company to do that in other counties, so. Other contractors told me that, "Oh, this is what's gonna happen," I said, "Well, hopefully not," and that's exactly what I was told
Well,
by 2 other guys, so.
but we have no control over who
We have
is
no
hired.
control. They are the lowest bid, And there's nothing in there that, there's none. With the lowest bid, you can throw people out, but this is what the state, you can't throw people out unless you actually have them voided out from past histories. And the only way to do that is to write up letters for performance, which obviously will be information.
Madam Chair, so if other counties have bad luck with them, we can't throw them out until we have bad luck. Is it something we should talk to the state? I mean, if there are no one out there and 4 counties have bad luck with them, why do we have to accept their bid?
Yeah,
I think
I've
the
already, I've
state,
started those conversations.
yeah, the state's gotta do something and help us out here.
Yeah.
If they're setting the rules and the guidelines, then they better provide us with something that if these guys, 4 out of 5 counties have bad luck and no good experience with them, why do we have to accept their bid?
You know, I haven't been here yet, they already asked the state if we can bond them out and research for the next contractor. So, because they weren't communicating on PLJ or anything else, so the conversations have started. So they know that where we set this account.
Get some leverage on the state voice to change that.
I'm sure, and that's impassable right now, I mean, that bridge is,
No, that one's open right now.
they haven't even really started.
No, they
Okay.
haven't started. They had a wrap so the birds couldn't make nests in it, and that's all they've done. So they haven't done anything else on it. The good news is it's gonna be a box culvert, so it's not gonna take as long as the bridge replacement, but they're still looking at a few weeks and we're getting their harvest, which was supposed to be done by. So if they would have started when we had their pre-construction meeting. Or within 10 days of it, that project would be done. Instead of getting liquidated damages for it. So. Very. So that's that portion, put the right of way back on the agenda. For this time, last time we couldn't have the discussions on it, it's just the process. I don't know if everyone's had a chance to read, if anyone has any questions regarding it. Commissioners that said they were wanting to, hadn't seen it before, so I wanted to leave for that.
I have not had a chance to look at it.
If you have any questions, feel free to ask me at any time. So,
I do have something I'd like to ask.
Yeah.
I'm just looking for it in here. Where does it talk about us putting up the signs in the right of ways? That's what I'm looking for.
it's, I mean, the marking on the right of way.
Yeah,
boundaries.
back of the first page.
Administration.
Administration. Marking the right away.
So, okay, marking the right of way, okay. Markers will be installed on roadways as part of the next road project. Okay, so that's just saying. They're installed on roadways as part of the next road project.
Or upon encroachments. We just have to give them letters stating that they'll be done.
Okay, or upon. Regarding the placement of markers and the encroachment policy, okay, so I guess my question is. I mean, I understand. With the encroachments, why they were marked. Once the encroachments are rectified. Would we be able to remove the markers?
Why would we do that?
Yeah, I was gonna say, there's,
Well, I think they're kind of a danger. To tell you the truth.
Snowmobiles?
So, yeah,
I can see it, it's pretty important.
there they are. They get buried by snow and if they're not buried enough, they're a definite danger and you've got kids riding out there and. And I understand that we have to use them to get the encroachments fixed. And give a guide, but I guess I'd like us to take it into consideration if we could remove them where people have abided by. And I know, I've kind of asked around getting what people's thoughts are and they're like, well. If you remove them, Christie, are they just gonna start farming that area again?
past history, they will.
And
Sorry, most of them will, if you go out there.
I think sometimes once a field, I think a lot of our encroachment is not all of it, but a lot of it is people are just farming the line where it's always been farmed, right? I mean, that line was there, next guy comes in and takes over. I'm not saying in all cases, I know we have definite abuse cases, but we also farm, my family farms. I know that we have taken over land that you come in and you farm where the line is. We've also planted grass on some of ours now. And I don't see that, once we've got it planted, that they're gonna go back and rip it up again, just because the sign has been moved. Well, okay, things
With the
do
signs there,
happen.
and we paid, and we, the signs have been there, we've put the grass seed in, and then next year they still farm around it. And they paid the bill for the grass seed.
Of farm around the signs, yeah, and I do think, but then you don't remove those. But I'm just saying, the people that are abiding. They have planted the grass, that's the way they're farming it now, could we remove those signs?
Ultimately, that's in the hands of the commissioners. By century code, the commissioners are the people in charge of the right of ways. I'm just, you guys just enacted me as being your enforcer. So.
Then,
I hear you, and I definitely see the safety aspect stuff, but I think we're gonna be right back to we've been beating this dead horse for how long? I mean, how many years has it been?
We've been beating it before you were even here.
I just think we'd be losing ground again if we pull the signs.
but could we pull them and then say, you know, it's at your cost if we have to put them back in? If they go in and they rip it up again, it's at their cost, we charge them to put them back in.
What about these breakaway signs that they use on bridges, you know, the white ones that?
Those are gonna get pretty spendy.
We bought some different ones for putting markers, some attachments that go on the tells part for doing that. It's a different sign than what they would use for right of ways. Those things aren't cheap. We bought them.
No, what are they, nylon or whatever?
Yeah,
Every township got a whole bunch of them that flag all their bridges and.
yeah.
They eventually break.
Yeah, we put them around some of our bridges too, but they've started deeming those non-compliant for that. We'd have to check and see. I have to see if we can make that useful right away. That'd be an alternative. I can verify that.
I mean, I just have a major concern with kids on snowmobiles.
When those signs are sticking up.
Sticking up that far and, you know,
Drifting and, yeah.
I don't want to have a tragedy with that, that worries me. Is it worth risking that over, do we enforce this some other way?
I'll be a devil advocate, is that how far to remove his fence? That pole sticks out of the snow this much? I mean, where do we go?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, I know someone that, I had a cousin that ran a snowcat through a
Yeah,
fence
I had a
and
friend
has
that
the
did.
mark on.
I had a friend
I
that did
understand
this,
that.
so how, you know,
Paul.
I think one of the problems I have with you're gonna have him out there taking them down, putting them up, you know. That's a waste of his time too, and that would be my concern with it. I mean, I think if we're gonna put them up, we gotta put them up, and if we're not gonna put them up, then don't put them up, but. Back and forth, I think, is just gonna eat more staff time than. That would be one of my concerns, I guess.
Well, I would like to see them removed. We can take this under consideration. I know it's a lot to think about right now, and you just brought this in, and some of our new board members haven't even had a chance to read it, but I would like to have it brought back up and discussed again in the near future, after we can sometimes think about it. For me, it is definitely a safety issue. Okay, thank you.
The next item I had for you today is a utility permit. To go to natural gas, I'm looking at installing lines to water meters coming in from Drayton. I met with their engineers on site last on Friday. They wanted to put all their lines within 20 feet of the center line of the road. I told them that was definitely not to be acceptable. We went out there and took a look, and I showed them what, on 9, all the stuff that we do will be on the east side of the interstate on 2 and 9. I said, look, you want me at 20 feet, you're right here in the middle of the road. On the top of the shoulder, anytime we do anything, we're in the line, that's not acceptable. So we decided at the bottom of the slope, couple feet over, in the area, it'll be 48 to 52 inches, 48 inches to 52 inches, they're hoping to be 52 and greater. But they'll be over 4 feet down, so they should be out of our way for any time we need to do any road constructions, culvert repairs, or anything like that. Unless there's a huge washout from something that that would be uncontrollable, the line should be fine. So after meeting with them and them agreeing to those terms, I'm fine with moving forward and giving them a permit to bury the castle.
And Ernie,
Is that deep enough for most of the drainage?
They'll be boring underneath the drainage that are in the area, they're gonna be bored between all the intersections, so they won't be trenching anything, they're gonna bore it, and that's something that they brought to on themselves, so. They offer. So. Their plan to bore everything.
that's the only permit we have today?
Yeah, the other one for the drainage permit, I think in front of the water board, so I'll have to be sent.
Okay,
Make a motion, we accept it from it.
Second.
any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll take roll. Denny,
Yes.
Amy,
Yes.
Paul,
Yes.
Ernie,
Yes.
myself, yes, motion carried.
Thank you. The last time I have for you is everybody's favorite. We got a bill from North Dakota DOT for our bridge inspections, it's for 22 of our bridges. Or our partner portion is $12,000. The city of Grafton also had a few of their bridges inspected as part of this one too, from this go around. So just give me a motion to sign to pay them for inspections. We'll get one again next month, but here we are. We're in the July, and we're just in the April's billing, so. We'll. The gift that just keeps returning.
They can't even get their billing submitted on time.
Well, it's as fast as it gets through the process. Yep.
I'll make a motion to approve.
The motion, do I have a second? Any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll take roll. Paul,
Yes.
Ernie? No. Amy,
Yeah.
Danny,
Yes.
myself, yes, motion carried.
You wanna say no ones?
The last thing that I don't have on my agenda, but because I never give you guys good news, is the Humvee trailer is gone,
Very good move.
so.
Is there a lot of cleanup left to do out there then?
They're working on it, the contractor still hasn't come out, they're gonna take some concrete blocks and different things on it, there was gravel underneath the pad, so. She had talked to them about getting everything ready for grass seeding, or she get back to herself, but haven't do that part. So I told Scott to work with them and take care of things, he was worried about wrecking asphalt and everything else, but there's no damages to anything, and they did, they were worried about the power pole, right around that. Everything was good, in that aspect.
Great,
No concerns with the contractor.
wonderful, and will everything be cleaned up around that little shed
They're
there?
working on it.
Out there? Okay, good, great, Dan.
Anything else we need to be aware of with that situation, everything going good, security up and running, law enforcement issues?
Cameras are up. Ron can go law enforcement.
I think the cameras are gonna be a huge asset. We finally have some cameras that are, I think we can use. To read license plates and certain other stuff that we can use for evidential purposes, so. I think. That way, things are going well. I haven't. Heard of any incidents other than that. The incident in the bathroom that Jason discussed earlier, but. We are patrolling it heavily, so. Hopefully that's helping, and I think with the cameras. I think that will go a long way to help in that situation.
Any changes we need to, that you see?
I spend a lot of time on the phone at nights doing reservation. The sheriff's department is out there and they'll see different people. That they question if they've actually paid for things without anybody actually there, there's no way to know. That people don't write on there, right when they come into the park. They don't write on the pass, they don't go back up to the pass, they write which site that they're on. So there's really no way to know if some of them have paid for their site or not. Some of them won't fill out the envelope, but they say that their money's in it. From the people that have been out there and I've seen, just from cameras and conversations with people, and I'm gonna say that not everybody's paying for their camping. So, but that's an aspect of it, and I don't think it's the sheriff's department's responsibility to go out there and checking everybody, and I'm gonna tell you. Forthright, I'm not gonna be driving out there to check everybody every time. I get phone calls from 8, 9, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night from people asking about Wi-Fi and getting application or getting reservations and everything into the site. Some people you give them the site address and they just refuse to learn the new way, so they expect they're gonna work with them to give them sites. I do it. But you know, 9, 10 o'clock at night, I get those phone calls. And you know, it's been, people said in the past, just don't answer those, well, they all come into the town phone, the highway department phone, I'm not carrying 3 phones around. So when they come to the highway department, I have to answer it in case it's something with a bridge getting hit or something else, so.
I think that just tells me that we could clean up the system a little bit going forward, that's probably something we need to talk about, you know, whether it's Rover Pass changing the number, who's gonna be responsible. It's gonna take time, but you know, educating on where you go for this, you can't bypass the people who aren't willing, you know, to learn, listen, whatever, but I think we need to think about a system to be in place that takes that off of Jason's. You know, we're not asking him to do camping reservations long-term here, so I think that needs to be something we can, you know, using the website for making sure it's easily accessible, so you go in and if you can make a campsite like other places to reserve, that would be our goal. And then eliminating the late night phone calls, I think that ultimately we have to look for ways to
And
prevent.
we're still working on the signage, still is a work in process. We're trying to get it so that there's a QR code on the sign when they come in, they can take a picture of the QR code and get to the site and do those things, but
More efficient.
we're still working through the process.
I appreciate all you've done, Jason. I mean, I know this has been a big call for you and I'm pleased with where things have gone with Tommy and want to honor what you've done to be able to make that happen. So thank you.
Absolutely.
This is something minor, but I built those, donated those cornhole games, are they still there? They
Yeah.
didn't take them?
They're in the shed.
They're not gonna get used for honey anymore, I'd donate them to the Park River Commercial Club or something, they got tournaments or something. I'd like to see them be used instead of rotting, I don't even know where they
I
are.
was gonna ask about those, I just found them in the shed the other day.
Yeah, donate them to Park River Commercial Club.
Is it possible for our camp host maybe just to, when people pull in camping, just to ask for do they have a reservation number, or, you know, just to verify what they would have?
Some people would, some people don't. To that, we can put that as in the future for something for campground hosts to do. But the campground hosts that are out there this year, they were hired just to clean the 2 bathrooms and keep those things up so they get their site. We may have to do an additional funding on top of it and going forward in order to do that. When it comes to budget, then we have to look for something like that to discuss. But that could be this afternoon.
Okay, all right, good. Okay, thank you. Appreciate it. All right, do we need a break before we move on, or is Tanya on the phone?
Tanya's on.
Let's take her first. Okay, we're running a little behind, so.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for the praise.
You haven't gotten any yet, so.
Pretty close to you.
Maybe not gonna do it today, huh? Okay, Tanya?
Yes, good morning.
Morning, okay, you have the new hire leave policy for us, the second reading?
Yes. So that I don't expect this to take very long. Hopefully maybe you can get back on track a little bit. This is just the second reading of the policy that you adopted in early June. It just simply states essentially that new hires would receive a one-time sum of 40 hours of annual leave upon hire to be used within their first year of employment, and that is not to be paid out upon separation if they happen to leave in that time period. So are there I have not received really hardly any feedback since the first reading other than positive, or other than I'm, wishing we had done it sooner for people who were hired within the last few years. At your last meeting, you did say that it would become effective June 1. I am working with Anna to work this into Tyler as well, so that we can make it as seamless as possible.
Okay, so a question I have is whose responsibility would it be then? Would it be the payroll person or whoever's working on payroll to make sure that the leave has been used within that first year, and if not, it gets basically deleted?
Yes, yep.
Okay.
Essentially, it would be the first leave that gets used, you know, so if they use 40 hours within that first year, then we know that it's been used up, you know, so that's just all we are gonna need to look for, so.
Okay,
I'll make a motion to approve the second reading of the new parity policy.
I'll second.
you got the second? Okay, Denny, anything, or Denny, okay. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll take roll. Amy,
Yes.
Bernie,
Yes.
Paul,
Yes.
Danny,
Yes.
myself, yes, motion carried. Thank you very much, Tanya, appreciate
Yes,
it. Sorry
thank
for the
you.
delay.
That's okay, thank you.
We do ads and if we have some time to get set up for that executive session.
Sure, yeah, sounds good. I agree. Ed, come on up.
Morning.
Good morning, Ed.
Hope the oldest step my mom.
No, I appreciate that. I need a little help today. It's been a rough morning.
Yesterday.
Oh, every day. Okay.
All right, everybody should have an abatement application in front of them for a mobile home, Samantha Gomez. Applied this abatement for her mobile home in the city of Grafton up at Oak Harbor, Trail Mobile Home Park. In June of this year, a fire destroyed that mobile home unfortunately. So the recommended true and full value has been reduced by 50%. Due to it being destroyed for half of the year, and that's allowed by North Dakota Century Code, so. I recommend that the Wells County Commission approve a motion to reduce the true and full value of this parcel to a land value of 0 and a structure value of $2,106.
So move.
I'll second.
Okay, any discussion? Hearing none, I'll take roll. Amy,
Yes.
Danny,
Yes.
Paul,
Yes.
Ernie,
Yes.
myself, yes, motion carried.
All right, that's all I have.
That's it? Well, you were fast. Thank you, Ed.
Thank you.
We'll be seeing you later.
Yes.
Right back on track. There you go, just like that. Okay, we will recess for a quick break.
I was losing faith in you.
And nice chat with your uncle.
Ready? Okay, good. All right, this morning we have Kelly Cole with us. Good morning.
Good morning, I am asking that the commission vote to go into executive session regarding, pursuant to North Dakota Century Code 4404 19.1. For the purpose of attorney consultation regarding reasonably predictable litigation involving the Walsh County Jail project. You do have to vote to go into executive session, and then what would happen is, for those of you who have not had that, we would, turn off the, Zoom. And ask members of the public to leave and step out and then go into executive session, which would be recorded.
Okay, so
Okay.
this time I take roll or a motion.
I need a motion, yes,
We move into executive session.
I'll second it.
Okay.
and specifically regarding what I just, outlined.
As so directed by its attorney Kelly Cole.
Right, any discussion? Okay, I'll take roll. Denny,
Yes.
Amy,
Yes.
Paul,
Yes.
Ernie.
Yes.
Myself, yes, motion carried. All right, we will now convene to executive session.
That's correct, so we would, turn off and.
Move to the side.